go. Jennifer's staying with me.
No, she isn't.
I'm not giving her up this time. You take her!
Stop this, Sophie! You've had her for the day. I've got custody. Remember, don't get the car.
If you don't let me have her, I'll kill you! I'll kill you, Jimmy!
Hi, Mr. Ben Fisher. Thanks.
It's okay. We found him. Thanks for coming over, Jack.
That's right.
Let's go up to the executive lounge.
My partner says you're from Sydney and you've got a job for us.
That's the idea. Favour for a client of mine back home.
Client?
I'm a lawyer. In London for a conference. But I said I'd try and help her while I was over here.
Right.
Sophie Matthews. And she knows me.
Used to be a court stenographer in Darlinghurst, so she often spoke to you.
Yeah, well, she must have done in her job.
Thin, dark, big eyes.
Yeah, I think I remember. So what's the problem?
Her husband's a POM. Ran off with their kid. And it's a pretty sure thing they're in England. A friend of Sophie's told her you'd quit the Sydney police and become an inquiry agent over here.
Word gets around.
Especially when you're titled.
So, what do you want us to do?
Find Jimmy Matthews. The daughter is Jennifer, 10 years old. That's Sophie, Jimmy, and the kid. After the divorce, he got custody.
Yeah, hold on. I thought you said he abducted his daughter.
Removed her from the country then. Sophie had a bad time after the marriage failed. She had a drugs conviction and was still under treatment. That's why he got to keep Jennifer. But she's kicked the habit completely now, got a clean bill. I could get a court review on the custody order, only nobody knows where the kid and the father are.
What about the police? Do you ask their help?
No luck at either end. If Jimmy Matthews is in England, as we believe, he's most likely gone to ground and probably under a different name.
What makes you think we could do better?
You could try. I'll pay you well, and there's a bonus if you succeed.
We're £100 a day plus out-of-pocket expenses. I need more to go on than this. What else do you know about Matthews?
Not much. He's a Londoner.
Amongst 8 million.
He was a computer man.
More millions.
There's always his famous dad, David Matthews. You must have heard of him. That's why I arranged to meet you here at this time. Knew he'd be on. Would you change the channel?
Sure. Which channel would you like?
Number 1, please. Crosstalk. The David Matthews Show.
That's him.
The seeker after truth. The squeaky clean protector of the common man.
But you had already disposed of
The short and curlies now.
purely by chance. A restructuring of the family trust.
Well, I think we must let our viewers draw their own conclusions. And now it's time for a song.
Thanks a lot.
Hold on. It's a friend of mine.
Just tell me where. Just tell me where.
That's it.
I'm
Lucky
gonna
man.
see a sign. Just tell me why. Just tell me.
Dempsey's over the top again. After the force. Private investigator.
He's an Australian.
So what does he want?
He's looking for your son, sir.
Get rid of him, Bennett. I have nothing to say to him.
Excuse me. Just a few questions, Mr. Matthews.
I don't like people walking into my house uninvited.
I'm sorry to intrude.
You're not intruding, you're trespassing.
Well, I was hoping you might have heard from Jimmy.
Well, in that case, there's a simple answer. We haven't.
Who sent you?
A friend of Sophie's. Ben Fisher, the Sydney lawyer who phoned you.
We've nothing to tell him.
That goes for you, too.
Well, do you think Jimmy's back in England?
Your guess is as good as ours.
Throw him out, Bennett.
Well, can't you add to anything you told the police?
Now!
This way.
Do you have any idea where I might find him?
He's listed as missing.
But doesn't that upset you if he's here?
I'm sorry. My husband does all the talking.
Okay, I'm going.
So, you saw me on David's show.
Oh, yeah, providing the light relief.
Light. Sometimes I like coming on after an execution.
What's he like?
Well, David's a bit of a charmer. He's always pleasant and chatty to the studio staff.
Yeah, he's not so nice to uninvited guests or the people he carves up in front of the camera.
Yes, well, they deserve everything they get. I mean, they must know what they're letting themselves in for. But down the slippery slope they go, the old ego trip and the masochistic streak.
Listen, does the great David Matthews ever chat about himself?
We sometimes have a drink afterwards.
Do you remember if he ever mentioned his son, Jimmy?
Well, only a passing reference once. Something to do with him being in Australia. I remember that.
Yeah. See, that's Jimmy Matthews with his wife and daughter.
Oh, it takes after his mother. I met her at the studio a couple of times. Doesn't have much to say.
Yeah, much of a chance. So you haven't seen him at the studio or his daughter?
No, wait a minute. Yes, I remember what David said about his son. Apparently, Jimmy was a mad keen surfer.
Yes, so was I and half the Aussie population.
No, David said he was a champion.
Sorry I couldn't get here sooner. We had a Westminster lecture. Your Home Secretary and the Lord Chief Justice, no less, one after the other.
Sounds edifying.
And arduous.
Fred Hurley, this is Ben.
Fisher. Hello. You seen David Matthews?
For all of 1 minute?
Putting up the wall, was he?
Maybe. But there could be something useful about his son, Jimmy. His passion for surfing you didn't mention.
Oh, yes. Weekends he was never out of the water, I believe. I see what you're driving at. You think he might have taken it up again over here?
It's a long shot, but we haven't much else to go on. We've been checking with the clubs.
But no one's heard of a Matthews.
To be thorough, I'd need to do the rounds with this.
Sounds like a good idea.
It'd mean hotel expenses.
No problem. You just find Jimmy Matthews and his daughter.
How do I look?
The original surf bum.
It's not just for appearances, you know.
Oh, I bet.
Come on, we better get on with it.
Why not?
How about you? Any luck?
No, and I'm worn out. Why is it that sea and sand brings out man's lascivious nature? You too, by the looks of it. Come on, let's find a nice hotel.
Yeah, Ben Fisher's paying.
Fill her up, thanks, mate.
Down here for the surfing, Harry?
I might do a bit of it.
Always tell by the accent.
As a matter of fact, I'm looking for an old mate of mine. I don't know if he runs a car, but that's him there. Been looking all along the coast. He's a good surfer.
Yeah, he isn't a regular customer. I do seem to know the face, though.
Yeah?
Maybe I just seen his picture in the paper. Then again, this isn't how he looks. I got it, the beard. He has a beard in the picture.
What picture?
Oh, no, not a picture, a painting. One of them artists has a painting of him on the wall in St. Ives. That'll be £10, sir.
Sorry, mate. Thank you.
You've got an unusual face.
Really?
Is it something to do with the Southern Hemisphere?
It's made in England originally.
Ah. Right. Bit of shading and we're done.
I saw your painting of the surfer, the fellow with the beard.
Rather good.
Who was the subject?
Why?
Oh, it reminds me of a bloke I knew back in Australia. He didn't have a beard then. It's Jimmy Matthews.
You must have the wrong name. His name's Merriman.
Jim Merriman?
Well, yes, as it happens.
What do you know about him?
Not a lot. Well, there you are, Jack. Not bad, though I say it myself.
It's good. How much do I owe you?
A fiver.
Oh, I only have 20s. Look, I'm just staying up here at the hotel. Why don't you come up and have a drink and I'll get some change?
Okay.
What I feel about you, babe. What's that? Yes?
Hi.
Jack.
Listen, I'm downstairs having a drink.
Right. I saw you come up from the beach with that artist. I was wondering when I was going to be included.
Yeah? Well, you aren't. But come down anyway, and here's what I want you to do.
Right. Okay, I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
So, you're not a policeman anymore,
No, I'm not.
but still a bit fuzzy around the edges. You know, when you draw people's faces, you can sometimes read them.
I'm a private eye in London. Are you sure you can't put me on to James Merriman?
No, I told you I hardly know him.
Well, if you happen to see him, you tell him I'm here for a few days.
If he is your friend from Sydney, he's bound to ask what you want to see him about.
Old times.
Oh, yes. Even I don't believe that. Well, I must pack up my paintings on the wall. Thanks for the cocktail.
It's my pleasure.
I've just been talking to this guy. He says he knew you in Sydney.
So?
Jimmy, since you came here, I've never asked you too many personal questions.
I told you who I really am.
My God. I always expect a private detective to come checking up on me. He's an Australian who's come over here looking for you.
That's okay, that can be handled.
He's a detective. A private detective. His name's Jack Bartholomew.
Name doesn't mean anything. I wonder what he wants. You're a dear, sweet, eccentric, Marcia. Thanks for letting me know. And lay off the cheroots.
You did some fancy work out there.
Thanks. Noticed you weren't going too bad yourself.
I'm a bit rusty. I was a lot better back in Sydney where you caught the buck.
Who told you that?
Climb a word, Jimmy.
You're the private detective.
That's right.
How'd you find me?
I'm working for a Sydney lawyer who wants to talk to you about you and your wife.
Have you told this lawyer where I am?
No, not yet. When I do, that's my job done.
I have to go back in the sea. We'll talk when it's over.
Yeah? Oh, Ben. Hey, your time to just right.
Any luck?
Just met him.
You have? That's great. You didn't say too much, I hope.
Well, only that you wanted to see him.
That's it. Job for a lawyer now. I'll come straight down from London. Listen, you can stay down there if you like, but I'll handle it. You got his address?
He's at a place over near Falmouth, Bishop's Quay. I got his address from one of the surf judges. He's in a flat above a boathouse.
Thanks, Jack. I'll settle up with you and Fred later. And handsomely.
Goodbye.
Bye. Jimmy? Who are you? I won't introduce myself. Sophie asked me to give you this.
Did you know he was married in Australia?
Oh, that.
Oh, his ex-wife wants to see their daughter.
What daughter?
Well, Jennifer. Isn't she here with him?
He never mentioned a daughter.
Maybe she's in boarding school.
No, I'm sure Jimmy would have said something. Well, he told me about his father, so why not about her?
Well, that's them together.
I don't believe it.
Neither do I. You got a knife.
Right.
Jimmy? Jimmy?
Jack! Jack! Jack!
Bastard. He was here in Cornwall waiting.
You think Ben Fisher did this?
Well, who else? I set Jimmy up for him. Well, what's that make me?
A bloody fool for not phoning the police and staying in Cornwall.
The bastard tricked me. Nobody's ever heard of him at his London hotel. He must have been waiting for me at the desk the first time we met.
No better conman than the Aussies. This is Detective Inspector Perry, North Cornwall Police. He's been upstairs to your room.
You were known to be searching for Merriman.
I found him, but I didn't kill him.
You and your friend went to his cottage.
We discovered the body.
A man nearby said an Australian asked him directions.
Fisher.
A Mr. Fisher who does not exist.
Oh, come on, McBride. Grow up. You know I wouldn't kill anyone.
On the evidence so far, I'm surprised Inspector Perry doesn't charge you here and now. I always knew you'd get into serious trouble someday, Bartholomew.
You can check it out with Julie.
Yes, we'll need a statement from her, too.
I see you're not going to charge me. Then maybe I can help you.
You get up this early in London, Jack? It's 9 o'clock at night here, mate. How are you, old sport? How's the weather? Nearly as warm as our winter. I just did a spot of surfing. Surfing? You wouldn't put your bum in the water here at this time of year. Listen, Barry, I need a favour at the Sydney end.
You're phoning Australia?
Yeah, sure, anything I can do, Jack. Yeah, I need you to run a check on 3 people. Yeah, James Matthews.
Matthews, yeah.
His wife, Sophie, who may or may not have been a court stenographer at Darlinghurst. Yeah, and a bloke calling himself Ben Fisher. Fisher? Yeah, whose description I'll give you.
Oh, come on, get on with it. The phone bill.
Jack? Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Barry, interference.
Yeah, Ben Fisher.
Fine, Lorna, but isn't it true that you allow your very strong, very heartfelt, but somewhat, dare I say, outmoded religious beliefs to colour your advice?
Oh, well, there you've said a word I'm not afraid of. Old-fashioned. I think the world has moved on too fast, I really do. So much so that it's left honest and decent values by the wayside.
But you see, I have heard that these kinds of opinions have led you to advise abstinence rather than contraception to young unmarried couples. Isn't that a bit risky?
Not at all. If the couple have a stable relationship, then there's no reason why self-control cannot be practiced.
But, as you told us a few minutes ago on this program, you yourself have never had a relationship that one might call stable. 2 divorces in practically as many years.
No, I don't think that has anything
but
to do
it
with...
has. You seek to advise without knowledge. You give bland folklore answers to serious sexual and emotional questions.
And yet, David, I can boast as large a following as you.
Touché, Lorna. Thank you for appearing on the show. How did you get in here?
I borrowed a friend's pass. I'm sorry about Jimmy.
Are you?
I feel responsible.
So you damn well should. Police have explained your involvement.
Well, innocent involvement. Well, used would be the right expression.
So what is it you want now?
I just want to help, that's all. Well, find the bastard who killed your son.
I have no wish to go along with your inquiries, Mr. Bartholomew. So far as I'm concerned, the whole sad thing is over.
No, it isn't. Let's start with your granddaughter, Jennifer. Where the hell is she?
What are you talking about? Don't you know what happened?
You don't let me have her, I'll kill you! I'll kill you, Jimmy!
Mummy!
So there, Mr. Bartholomew. That's what happened to our little granddaughter.
I wish I'd bloody known.
Jimmy then did a stupid thing. A cowardly thing, if you like. Without telling anyone, he got out of Australia and came back to England.
You helped him disappear?
He was my son. We bought him the cottage in Cornwall.
Because you couldn't afford a scandal. The man who pulls other people apart.
You think what you like. Think what it was like for him. Who killed him?
A professional. Who would have had to be paid.
Jack, your friends in Sydney have been busy. No firearms convictions on a Ben Fisher. They'll send some pictures of known pros.
What else?
Sophie Matthews did work at the courthouse in Darlinghurst.
Yeah.
Jimmy Matthews would have faced manslaughter if he'd stayed in Australia. Sophie went back on drugs after the accident.
It doesn't sound like she could afford to pay for somebody to kill her husband.
Now, hang on a minute. This says she could. She discharged herself from a clinic, sold the house, and is believed to be in England.
So she has the money, but what's she doing over here?
Hi.
You're late.
From all accounts, you did a nice, clean job.
Nothing special about it. I do what I'm paid to do.
Last time I was in Covent Garden, it smelled. I got that done to the convict settlement under the bridge.
Get to the point.
I'll put the money in your Norfolk Island account.
You better have.
The other half is yours when you complete the job.
I'm not sure it's enough.
It's all I've got. We made a deal, now you keep to it. So you can play it back.
You want a drink?
No, thanks.
Had a fix, have you? This is the place for it.
Look, just tell me you're going to do it.
Day after tomorrow.
Since I'm paying you, would you take me to a cemetery in the morning? That's in your line, isn't it?
Come on.
Do you know where Sophie Matthews is?
She's in London. Special branch were ordered to watch for her. The drugs...
Sugar?
Never touch it. Cornwall police have the information. You've no official standing.
Oh, so what are you doing in our office?
Oh, it takes a long time to get here from Truro. Besides, I'm up to here with my own work.
So we're sort of your extra effort.
If you like.
What, winning you brownie points?
Brandy?
Ah, just a shot. Not too small.
Mrs. Matthews,
Mr. Bartholomew.
where's your husband?
He's gone to the studio for rehearsals. The show goes out live, so that means he's busy all day.
Look, I've got a feeling that whoever killed Jimmy is after your husband, too.
What? But why?
It was Sophie who sent the killer over here. A revenge for Jennifer's death.
But why should she want to go after David as well?
From what I've learned from Sydney, she's back on heroin.
Oh, I see.
And she's in London.
There is another reason why Sophie would come over. Jennifer's remains are buried here.
What?
David arranged it at Jimmy's request. That way he knew the grave would be looked after. Not left to her.
You really left Sophie with nothing, didn't you?
No, don't have the camera on me.
Did you hear that, Jerry?
Go on to my guest. As I thank the group and the audience applauds, he'll probably applaud too. I want him disarmed, nice and relaxed. Then I'll start carving him up.
Sophie.
Who are you?
I was hoping you'd be here. My name's Jack Bartholomew.
So you're the private detective. You're not going to stop me, Mr. Bartholomew.
Oh, come on. You've had your revenge on Jimmy, isn't it?
Don't kill him.
Hello, Fred. Is Jack with you?
No, I was just about to leave. I haven't seen him all day.
That's odd. He said he was coming to the show. He wants to speak to David Matthews again.
Well, he's bound to turn up. Hey, have you got a spare ticket for this thing?
Look, if you want to come over, you're going to have to be really quick, okay? Bye.
Bye.
Two-shot round and ease across into the single.
In God's name did you get in there? Is this someone's idea of it?
No, it's no joke. Thanks, Father.
Set it a few minutes.
Well, still no sign of Jack?
No. Ah, friend of mine, Dennis, can you find a spot for him?
Sure.
Great.
You got a regular fan club tonight, you have.
What?
Australian bloke who's gone in. Said he was your boyfriend.
Jack?
Describe him.
Dark-haired fella. Square-jawed.
Fisher.
David, let me tell you, our clients will soon have their villas.
Soon? We've been waiting almost 2 years.
Our contracts didn't stipulate completion.
No, that's perfectly true.
Your boss is in danger.
Your other man got himself, Bartholomew.
You mean he's here?
Who is it?
It's Fisher, the man who killed Jimmy Matthews.
Oh, we checked the studio. There's no trace of him.
As a result of which, the preliminary drainage system will have to be altered. But what this means is that the villas will be completed long before any drainage facility.
There are no real problems concerning the Spanish side of the business.
Now, you must agree that many people's holidays will be, to say the least, severely curtailed because of the delays and the general lack of concern from you.
They've been offered substantial compensation.
How much?
Substantial.
Would you care to tell us how much?
Well, this is up in the lighting gantry. Right, call the police and get David Matthews out of there.
The show's live.
Do it!
We had some trouble with the construction.
6 weeks. The Dolphin stayed in private.
That long?
Did it occur to you at any time that dolphins have bodily functions just like any other?
It was not my fault those dolphins died.
No, of course it wasn't. No more than it's your fault that the Spanish villas you sell are built on a landslide that runs down to a mosquito swarm. Well, now it's time for music.
Find him! Get onto it! I can't abandon the show. Fisher!
And the flames keep getting high, can't put it out. I'm getting out, I'm getting out. Before I'm in too deep, I'm getting out, I'm getting out. Before it gets
So whatever they call it, timeshare, co-ownership, your dream house in the sun, do be very careful. Danny Stockland couldn't stand the hot seat, and there are plenty of builders around like Mr. Stockland. Not breaking any laws, but breaking...
It won't happen.
Oh, and by the way, here's a picture of Mr. Stockland's own Spanish abode.
I don't know what you mean.
Come along, Mrs. Matthews. Just your coat. We'll get you things later.
Well, that ends my show for tonight, but I'll be back again next week, looking for the truth. Hopefully putting a few wrongs right, taking the colours off the many cover-ups there are about. Making sure that we should be doing this on your...
2 more brownie points, McBride.
But you know, there are many wrongs that are never allowed to stand. So, my friends, I and my team ask you to keep writing things. I know we may disappoint some, but we want to try. Try hard to show up fraud and bigotry of just what they are.
Shot 139 on camera
Now,
3,
good night.
camera 1 next.
Steady on
And God
1.
bless you.
Take it. Go roller.
140.
No lighting change.
5 minutes. Counting out of program. 10. 9.
Stand by to take us. Continuity.